So here we are, dripping with anticipation at Super Bowl 51 preview here on the Football Reporters.
I've never been a part of a tie. Never even knew that was in the rule book.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
And here he is.
That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
So here we are, Super Bowl 51. Welcome into the Football Reporters. I'm John Tutty here to preview the Super Bowl. And this is going to be a fun one here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the game that we all have been waiting for, dripping with anticipation for 2 weeks. We have the New England Patriots against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Patriots looking for their 6th Super Bowl ring, and the Philadelphia Eagles looking for their 1st. Let's take a look here at the starting lineups for each team. For the New England Patriots, quarterback will be Tom Brady, followed by the running back will be Dion Lewis. Your starting wide receivers are going to be Chris Hogan, Brandon Cooks, and Danny Amendola. Your starting tight end is Rob Gronkowski, and on the offensive line, left to right, will be Nate Solder, Joe Thuney, David Andrews, Shaq Mason, and Cameron Fleming. On the defensive side of the ball, your ends will be Trey Flowers and Eric Lee. Your defensive tackles will be Dietrich Wise and Malcolm Brown. Your starting linebackers, Kyle Van Noy and Landon Roberts. Your starting corners will be Malcolm Butler, Stephon Gilmore, and Patrick Chung. Your starting safeties will be Devin McCourty and Jerron Harmon. As for the head coach, obviously will be Bill Belichick. As for the Philadelphia Eagles, their starting quarterback will be Nick Foles. Their running back, Garrett Blunt. Your starting receivers are Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, and Nelson Aguilar. Your starting tight end is Zach Ertz, and your offensive line, left to right, will be Halapotai Vati at left tackle. It will be Stefan Wisniewski at left guard, Jason Kelsey at center, Brandon Brooks at right guard, and Lane Johnson at the right tackle. The starting defense will be Vinnie Curry and Brandon Graham as the ends. The defensive tackles will be Fletcher Cox and Timmy Jerrigan. Your starting linebackers are Michael Hendricks, Daniel Ellerby, and Nigel Bram. Your starting corners are going to be Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby, and your safeties are Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins. And your head coach will be Doug Peterson. Now to talk about two teams, I'm just going to do the round table. So those of you who don't know who they are, I basically go through each position on the field, and I say whether it's advantage one team or the other. So let's just think started there with the round table.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
Round one.
Round one is quarterback. It's going to be between Nick Foles and Tom Brady. I don't think there's any doubt they're going to go with Tom Brady in this one. Tom Brady is competing his 8th Super Bowl. He's the league MVP, going up against Nick Foles, who is really a career backup, had a great game in his title game, but I am going to give the advantage to Tom.
Round two.
Round two, running back. So, in my opinion, the running back position will go to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're a much more better running team. They have run ahead of 5 yards per carry on first down with Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount. No offense to Dion Lewis and James White. They've obviously been there before. But to me, the better pure talent is on the Eagles' running backs.
Round three.
Round three is receiver / tight end. Now, the reason why I waited to do this video a little bit longer is that I wanted to see if Gronk was healthy, because this would definitely sway this pick. For the Eagles, you have, obviously, Alshon Jeffrey had a monster game. Torrey Smith, who's able to go deep. You have Zach Ertz, who will have a very good matchup against Patrick Chung, I think, me personally. But, to me, on the Patriots, they give me no Brandon Cooks and Danny Amendola both have really good playoffs. It's Rob Gronkowski. He's the most dominant force in sports when fully healthy. I'd be stupid not to give this to the Patriots. I'll give it that.
Round 4.
Defense and special teams. Let's face it right here. The strength. These are two polar opposite defenses, I think. I think the strength of the Eagles is clearly the front seven, and the secondary is a little questionable. For the Patriots, the front seven is kind of a little bit weak, but their secondary is pretty good. And surprisingly, after their first couple losses early in the season, me personally, I'm going to give the slight edge to the Philadelphia Eagles because I think they are able to. I think they're a better matchup. I think the defensive line, of the Eagles is a big matchup against the Patriots offensive line, which has been shaky of late. And Fletcher Cox may have himself a big day, disrupting the passing of Tom Brady in the middle.
Sudden death.
And finally, coaching. This is the big one here. We're tied 2-2. The two coaches, Doug Peterson, his second year in the league, going up against the great Bill Belichick, and unfortunately, I have to give it to Doug. And it's not even close. Sorry, Doug. I don't even know what Doug Peterson will do, me personally, because I don't know. I don't really know what exactly he can do, because he's a part of the Andy Reid tree. So I don't know if he's an Andy Reid clone. He goes for it on 4th down, a little bit more of a gambler from what I've seen over the years. But there's some play calling that I saw, and I'm like, oh my god, maybe that's predictable, and you can't be that predictable around Bill. You gotta change things up. So I don't know when it's like, the last 5 minutes of the game, and the Eagles may have a slight lead. I don't know what Doug Peterson will do in that situation. I've seen it time and time again of people collapsing, whether it's Doug Marrone, Dan Quinn, Pete Carroll. They see the guy over the other side, and they see the hoodie, and they collapse. And Bill Belichick has his team ready for a 60-minute game. That to me is the key. So Bill Belichick obviously gets this, and the Patriots win the roundtable 3-2. So let's get into what I think the game's going to turn out to be. Me personally, I think this is going to be a really close game. Some people think it could be blowout, it could be anything else. I think the Eagles are a more talented team. I think the Patriots are a better coach team. So I will be taking New England to win 24-20. Based on the fact of, I think the Philadelphia Eagles can generate a pass rush. They can get up the middle. They can disrupt Tom Brady's timing. But I don't know how they're going to cover Gronkowski, and I don't know how they're going to cover the running backs out of the backfield. That to me is a big thing for me. And also on the defensive side of the ball, I don't know, on the other side of the ball, you have Nick Foles, not Carson Wentz, and you also have a backup left tackle. So I think Bill will definitely concert his efforts to generate a pass rush on that left side and get out to an early lead and try to make Nick Foles beat you. That to me is what I think the key of the game is. So I will be taking the New England Patriots to win 24-20. Join me here next week. When I talk about the Super Bowl, the actual result of it, I'll do an immediate reaction to the Super Bowl. I will also do a preview of the off-season. I'll be talking about the draft. I'll be talking about the Alex Smith trade. That'll be coming on Monday. As for the football reporters, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Enjoy the Super Bowl.